Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea.
Dance like, flexing on the ground like,
and we are your hosts for the evening. Welcome to the third annual Black Excellence Exposition. Alright, so tonight we will be showcasing powerful performances from WKU's very own nationally recognized speech and debate team, as well as some highlights of Black excellence on campus.
We ask that you turn off all your cellular devices and give the performances tonight your full attention. We welcome you to engage into the performances. If you hear something funny, you can laugh. If you hear something powerful, you can snap, say ah, or something like this. Hey, that's what I'm talking about! Eat them up! Eat them up! Hey!
And with that, I would like to welcome sophomore Melody Dickerson to the floor. She will be doing a solo dance performance to the song Rise Up.
Welcome, Melody
Dickerson.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter by seeing you, so we can walk it out. Ooh, all day, bringing joy sweet. Ooh, all day, and
thank you, Melody, for that beautiful dance performance. Rise, baby, rise. Our first speaker tonight will be Taylor Ratliff. She is a freshman from Lafayette, Louisiana. She is majoring in advertising and marketing. And today she will be performing a dramatic interpretation monologue on a current prison system and how it is seen as modern-day slavery. Welcome, Taylor Ratliff, everyone. talking now. Ooh, girl, you still looking good.
Yeah, I'm dating this guy named Pablo. Remember when we watched that John Singleton movie, Baby Boy, together? Well, you remember that scene when Ving Rhames was scrambling eggs naked in that kitchen? Drinking that Kool-Aid. Arms like, ow, girl, and pretty teeth too. My baby got all of them. He got them smooth buttermilk curls, girl. Yes, baby, yes. Now you know I checked it. Girl, right up online. Right up on the internet. It's right up there. It said possession of narcotics with an intent to distribute narcotics with an intent to distribute heroin and cocaine. Class A felony. So he didn't lie about it. He said that they locked him up for committing a crime against poverty. I said a crime against poverty. Well, let me think about that one. Girl, we got a lot to talk about. In a 2013 study of over 16,000 inmates, the Minnesota Department of Corrections found that inmates who had visitors were 25% less likely to return to prison. However, a comprehensive 50-state study showed that most practices and policies create barriers that discourage inmates from seeing their loved ones. In Arizona, they're charged with background check fees. In Alabama, visitors must be fingerprinted. And in Washington State, they are banned from displaying excessive emotions. Playwright Lisa Jessie Peterson highlights the critical importance of visitation for not only the inmate, but the visitor. The Peculiar Picture by Lisa Jessie Peterson. Got his ass locked up selling drugs, girl. Yeah, he showed me pictures. Papa Don used to push a fat whip. You know, Black Expedition outside, Rolex on his wrist. Bling, bling, ice the fuck out. Talking about he a gun-toting urban pharmacist or something, girl. Okay, now okay, I told you I wouldn't talk to no more guys coming fresh out of the pen, all right? No. Okay, now that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said no more PPP. I said no more post-penitentiary pussy. Now that's what I told you. And I told Pablo too, all right? I said, look, if you want to be with me, I need to be convinced that you are willing to make non-destructive and healthy choices in your lifestyle. And I need to know that you done left all of that criminal episodes and illegal behavior in your past. Because I will know if you fuck up, even before you fuck up. So don't play me, play live. Girl, something about Pablo, he real confident, political and everything. Pablo says that he's just a pawn in the main criminal's war strategy. You see, these motherfuckers around here, they've been playing dirty. Okay, I never said selling drugs was good. I mean, the way I see it is we all done sin. Hell, we all done kissed the devil mouth at least once or twice in this world. It's about redemption, not about perfection. I mean, hell, look at Congress. Half of them up there fucking intern hoes got the nerve to mouth off about morality. And the other half is too busy buying drugs and then mandatory sentencing the niggas for selling them. Telling you, this war on drugs is no joke. I was reading this article in the New York Times the other day. Because I like to read the New York Times. And it said that in New York State alone, there were more white drug dealers than black drug dealers. Yeah, they out there doing the crime, but we in here doing the time. I went to go see Pablo too. I was looking good and everything. I started kicking that boom boom pow like that, girl. You could have brought an egg on his head. He was so damn bad. But the Constitution says that that slavery is still legal for punishment of a crime. Which means, if you commit a crime, you become a legal slave. I mean, think about it, right? Back in slavery time, a nigga had to work. Motherfuckers taking off of all of that free labor for hundreds and hundreds of years. No payroll, straight profit. That's a hustler's dream. But then slavery ended. A nigga could finally relax a little bit, you know? Kick his feet up, get his mind together. So what they do? They made it a crime to not have a job. All of a sudden, motherfuckers getting locked up for crazy shit, like just standing there. Real devil type shit. The slave master didn't have no one slave to do the slave labor for him, but now he could get on some convicts. Same nigga, same zero pay, just a different job title. I'm telling you, girl, they caking off of this shit. What you mean? The jumpsuit that you got on your back, the skippies on your feet, that's a multi-million-dollar contract. Look, the COs up in this bitch, that's a multi-million-dollar contract. The water y'all wash your ass with, multi-million-dollar contract. The commissary stuff, multi-million-dollar contract. All of y'all, and y'all gonna listen to me with... As soon as you hit the handcuffs go ka-clink, they hear their registers go cha-ching, ka-clink, cha-ching. They got y'all in here working 15 to 20 cents a motherfucking hour. And you ain't getting out of here no time soon. You know, I sit at home on my iPad and I'll be looking up all of this shit. I'll be like, oh shit, oh shit! Girl, Pookie don't work at the computer store no more. I ain't tell you about Pookie. No, you gotta listen to this. Wait, visiting hours are over. Look, I'm sorry about what happened earlier. I didn't mean to. Look, I just got here, okay? But just let me say goodbye then. I hate this shit. I love you all. You call me, all right? And when you write me, you make sure you call me, okay?
Thank you, Taylin, for that beautiful performance. Up next, we have my girl, Simone Whalen. She is a freshman from Sonora, Kentucky, majoring in chemistry. Simone will be performing an after-dinner speech. This speech uses humor to call for healthcare reparations because the health disparities between Black and white Americans have become undeniable. Basically, it's on how Black people live longer in Canada. Please welcome Simone to the stage.
Snuck up on me like Kylie Jenner's pregnancy. You have got to stop doing that. It hurt so bad that I went to WebMD. And it said I was pregnant. Did you know you can't put virgin as a symptom anymore? Then I went to Black WebMD. And it said I was a black woman. Usually it just says, get some Robitussin and shut your ass up. But Time Magazine on June 22nd, 2017 explains that racism really does affect Black Americans' health. Negatively. Real cliffhanger there. Ever since the Civil War, talk of economic reparations for Black Americans has made white people really uncomfortable. And considering the huge health disparities between Black and whites, it's time for the conversation to include healthcare reparations. In other words, finding ways to eliminate racial discrimination in the medical community and ensure equitable access to quality healthcare. And every American should care about this. Because white people are terrified of being called racist. I heard a guy with them say it was like the new N-word, which is stupid. But I'll exploit any weakness I can. To close the gap with health disparities, we need healthcare reparations. Let's start with the repercussions of racism, how the white government made it worse, and how we can do even better. Because if we're going to stand up for Black lives, we must stand up for Black health. But mostly just stand up. I hear sittings, new smoking, and I want to live to see the last Confederate statue torn down. Which should only be another century or two. So, white people, hey! If you guys feel left out, don't worry. We have something in common. I have a really racist white grandma too. Twinsies. And even she gets the government to pay for her health care. Why not ours? Lord knows we need it because of the toll of racism on our physical and mental health. First, racism directly affects our bodies. According to the New York Times, November 11, 2017, just experiencing racial discrimination leads to higher levels of the hormone cortisol, which is linked to obesity, cancer, and is associated with over 100,000 premature deaths of Black Americans every year. Think about who we still have. Michael Jackson, Prince, MLK. Oh, wait. That was y'all's doing. And it's definitely America's fault. According to a 2014 study of social science and medicine, Black people in Canada live as long as white people in Canada. They don't look it though. Black don't crack. In that cold weather, she. Got grandpas out there looking like Chance the Rapper. Next, racism affects our mental health. Imagine you started seeing grizzly bears everywhere you go. Open up your car door, grizzly bears. At work, your boss, grizzly bear. Go to the grocery store, behind the milk, grizzly bear. Even on days that you don't see grizzly bears, you'll still be on edge. Like imagine, at home, going to open your closet. Oh, thank God. It's a metaphor. Grizzly bears are racism. Experiencing discrimination leads to higher risk of depression and mental illness. According to a 2014 Journal of Counseling and Development study, just thinking of racism can activate the body's stress response. 22% of Blacks constantly think of their race. 50% think of their race at least once a day. And whites rarely think of their race. They have no trouble thinking about race, just not their own. I don't like my Black grandma either. She's not racist, but she did break my arm. Before you go add that to your fake statistics on Black crime, don't forget that the Black community faces worse than broken arms because of racism. And we've suffered the consequences of government action and inaction. First, slavery. Okay, take a deep breath, unclench your butt cheeks. Good. A
On November 4th, 2016, the new inquiry points out that while Black people were literally building America's economy, we were also being used as test subjects. In the August 1982 edition of the Journal of Southern History, what? It's about slavery. Not much has changed since then. Scholar Todd Savitt points out that it was common practice for physicians in the South to buy slaves for the sole purpose of medical testing. And when their research found new cures, the doctor received fame and glory, while the humans they experimented on were forgotten. I already kind of have a form of reparations for this. Every day go to a Rite Aid and make every white person there uncomfortable. Want to know how that medicine was created? Slavery! 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 Next, when our problems aren't white people's fault, it happens sometimes. They still don't want to help us out. The 90s was a great time to be alive, but not a great time to have unprotected sex. During the AIDS epidemic, the government ignored African Americans. And according to Medium.com on May 26, 2017, America is plagued with healthcare deserts, predominantly in Black communities. So much so, they have deemed a section the Black Belt because of the overwhelmingly Black population affected. Kind of like how we're affected by you always offering us fried chicken. I have high cholesterol. Please give me a salad, Stacy. Despite having bad parents, my parents are great. They created my favorite medical miracle, me. While I am a miracle, I cannot grant miracles. Healthcare reparations would be a miracle that benefit me and you and you and you and not you, John. First, close your eyes. Go ahead, close them. Now imagine a world where Blacks are just as healthy as whites. Our children don't die early. Elderlies are laughing on adult diet commercials, happy in their nursing homes, and Black people are immortal. Okay, open your eyes. Look at me. Yeah, like that. Now, we just have to have everyone to have that vision. And to do that, we have to have a conversation. I've created an outline, created a handout that outlines the cons, or white people comments, and pros, clapbacks, and even further info, so then they'll spread their newfound knowledge. They're on either side of the stage. Now, here comes the hard part. Actual, honest-to-God change. I'd say urge your representatives to go for HR 40 to study and propose reparations. But with the way that this Congress feels about Black people, you'd have just about as much luck sticking your head into a hole and screaming until you lost your voice. I mean, still do it because it's fun, or so I've heard. But also fight to expand healthcare coverage within our current system. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, on December 13th, 2017, expanding healthcare coverage in all 50 states would provide insurance to over 600,000 Black Americans. And states can file Section 1115 demonstrations to expand its coverage to its Black population. Now, you may be wondering, Simone, can we really achieve this in the current political climate? No, you white pessimist. We can't snap our fingers and end racism either. But the fact that if we just had the political will, it would be so easy to remedy Black health disparities is heartbreaking. Literally. I told you, Stacy, high cholesterol. Knowing I couldn't be pregnant was such relief. I've never had sex. I'm not equipped to be a mother to Messiah. And my childcare instincts consist of get some Robitussin and shut your ass up. Today, we discuss the reason for healthcare reparations, harms faced today, and my utopian dream of the future. Black WebMD knows our pain, and it's time for the rest of the world to recognize it too.
hilarious educational speech. Next, we're gonna get a little bit more heavier with my brother, Durwan Green. He is a graduated senior from Dallas, Texas. He is majoring in international business and minoring in Spanish. Mr. Green will be performing a poetry program on how we have used Black bodies as a form of resistance to speak out against oppressive forces. Everyone welcome Durwan Green.
It has been over 150 years, and white men are still trying to silence our source. 19th century, South African gold miners were censored by European colonists. And in order to communicate, they made rhythm with beats. Speech was banned. So they made their bodies an instrument from all over the country. They came to march. Teachers, preachers, clergymen, and washerwomen. The sum of their bodies, a mighty force for change. A walk from Selma to Montgomery moved their bodies so their voices could be heard. You ever see a black man walk? How we decide to move and glide with spirit. Our heavy joints are their own Morris code. These bones speak for themselves. The black body has long been a topic of fear, shame, and controversy within this country. However, despite the subjugation, we have long used the black body as a form of resistance. The Black Power fists, kneeling, marches, sit-ins, and even performance art, such as stepping, allowing our community to speak out against oppressive forces, while simultaneously reaffirming our autonomy. Marcus Garvey noted, how true is the spirit of protest if it only resides in thought and does not dare pay a bodily price? So, the poetry, Step by Boston B&B, Calm Cabin by Jamal Parker, When a Black Man Walks by Neil Israel, Rosa Parks, Christopher Curran, and Park the Sit-ins by James Britton. A program. This black body's existence is an act of resistance. This is a poem about black asses. Those dog the gluteus maximus. But this ain't about turkey. No. Now this one here. It's about using your ass as an asset. And who's derriere? Caught more stare than the boss of booty herself. Rosa Parks, if Colin Kaepernick's knees could go. A nation weeps at my kneeling. A legion of white men wish they could break me, this black thing. The center of attention. A defiant herd around the world, they wish they could seize my legs like a colony, force them to stand upright. They teach you to sit, stare straight ahead, shoulders back, chest out, and act like you belong there. Let your body speak in its stillness. Today is my first sit-in. Middle Passage, African dialect was new on ship, so they became fluent in flesh. With no words lost in translation, they carried messages with the arts of their feet. Slaves were not allowed to carry drums on ship. Thought its beat conjures a riot, so Half was born. The heel and toe, feed percussion. The soul mimics our heartbeat. They march with 12 miles a day through chilling rain and muddy fields. We shall overcome. Sometimes in song, sometimes in silence, but always in peace. See, when a black man walks, a whole generation lives to see another day. Our feet have a mind of their own, because this body is a compass, a homing device. 400 years of direction. Sister Rosa's ass took a stand because ass, you know, she said her ass where it should not have sit there. How our backsides have a mind of their own. How they've been kicked across the Atlantic. And how we have made a movement of turning the other cheek. So Sister Rosa's ass took a stand even though she sat. I mean, you know, her ass was a protest.
I wish they could unhinge myself for ethics' sake. Like a black knee didn't get capped by a pistol 2 days ago by a cop. Or 2 centuries ago by a slaver under the hot sun my entire existence. It's either upholding a torso before it is lynched, or be some sort of political statement. Whites only. One step into the diner, and I feel their eyes burning brighter than crosses. Each step towards the counter, a step towards my crucifixion. Nigger, monkey, coon. But this body knows the art of absorption. Shoulders back, chest out, and act like you belong there. Be lonely, be the call in response of our lineage. No need for talk. We break chains on beat. You enslaved us on plantations and we stomped the yard. You sentenced us to death in our bone stool. Our party, the black knee, knows the power of prayer. Ask the black congregation when a white man came and seized them with bullets. The black knee knows the power of protest. Ask the black child who was forced to kneel as batons beat him back to Jim Crow. They teach you to remain silent. Get out to sit straight. Shoulders back. You don't belong here. And watch as they defile this temple. Your shoulder is now their ashtray. Your skull, an empty coffee mug, thirsty to be filled. Your chest, a collection of condiments. And the whole time you're silent, every fiber of your being wants to scream, how dare you make this black body your blank canvas? But instead, you remain silent. Shoulders back, chest out, and act, and know that you belong here. When a black man walks, in those steps his messages. Listen. They are trying to kill me. Stop, search, and frisk me. them shoot me where I stand. So even if you are unable to speak, you will always have a voice.
All right, thank you so much for that powerful performance, Dee. All right, y'all, so we're gonna be taking a break from our speakers and bring to the stage Eli. Now, Eli will be doing a collaborative drum circle, and he will be making music with fellow drummers and audience volunteers. We got my guy Eli right here, and we're gonna give him a stand to talk to y'all real quick.
Hello, how we doing? So again, my name is Eli, and I'm here with my sister Chanel, some of y'all may know her, and my brother Brandon, and we put together a piece, and it's called Kwanzaa. Now, Kwanzaa is the sixth principle of Kwanzaa, and it means creativity. But more than creativity, it's a call to action. We all have a duty to leave our communities more beneficial and more beautiful than what we inherited them as. So today, I want to celebrate us. You know what I mean? We've been working hard. Some people here are students. Y'all been working super hard, homework. It's hump day, so the week's almost over. So what I want us to do is celebrate us, because we so amazing, y'all. We can do anything we put our minds to. We super amazing. We beautiful. We excellent. So all I need is about 4 audience members. Raise your hands. Volunteers, help us celebrate us. Yes, sir. That's the one right there. I see you right here, 2. That's 3 back there. Okay, here she got 4. Y'all come on up here. Come on. And we're gonna need some audience participation. Y'all not shy, y'all. Y'all get a clapping and stuff, huh? Y'all just follow our lead, all right?
Some shakes out, I said, I was up there too. All right, we're going to go back into our performances. Next up, we have my sister, who I love so much. You want me to wait? I heard you say wait, y'all. Everybody trying to catch their breath. All right. Anybody class 2021 in here? That's me. Make some noise. I've been promoting this thing like no other. I hope y'all had a good time because I'm having fun up here. They getting us back together back there. You know, I ain't really writing nothing on my script for this one. I'm just going to talk to y'all. Anybody class 2022? I don't think they're here. What about 20? What about Okay. Y'all ready for this next performance? Asha gonna bring y'all down a little bit. This piece kind of powerful. She got a strong voice. It's my sister. Her name is Asha Wasuge. She is a singer from California. She will be performing a prose, which is a short story addressing the intersections of religion and queerness in the perspective of a Black Muslim woman. Everybody welcome my sister, Asha Wasuge.
But lately, it feels more like war. Like every other Friday, my husband Omar and I go to the mosque. Our son Mustafa trailing behind us. He pulls on my abaya, purrs up and whispers, "Oil, please." He is worried that today is the day. The moment he would have to leave me and join his father and the rest of the men for prayer. My religion requires men and women to pray in two different sections. The women pray upstairs while the men keep to the bottom floor. Depending on the age of the child, they usually go with their mother. Omar thinks Mustafa is no longer a child. Mustafa disagrees. A caravan of men head to the right as their white kameez trail behind them. Omar grabs Mustafa's arm, Mustafa holding my hand tightly. I give my husband a look. One that says, I am in no mood for a scene today. Then we head upstairs. Mustafa releases my hand, jumping with joy at the sight of all the little girls, his friends. He gives me a nod, one that says thank you. He is truly, without a doubt, his mother's child. Muslim Americans are no stranger to religious-based discrimination, with many using faith to justify their hatred of us. We are quick to call out these instances as immoral and bigoted. However, in my experience, Muslim Americans have not been so readily extended those same benefits to members of the queer community. Author Layla Goulet argues, we must do better. My religion is one of peace. I won't allow it to be used as a weapon to oppress. Mustafa's Marwa by Layla Goulet. After prayer, I rejoin my husband and get in the car while closing the door, only to realize I am alone. Omar has kept Mustafa outside. He thinks I can't hear him. You must join the men's section, my husband says. You are a man now. My scrawny 7-year-old looks at the ground, fumbling with his fingers. He nods. I know that's no. One that says he has heard, but not that he has agreed. I've taught him well. Omar has work today, so he drops us off at a small store 2 blocks from the house. I need groceries for my cousin Sahra's engagement, even though she didn't come to mine. Mustafa is quiet. He knows I can only protect him from the men's side of the mosque for so long. Hey, Tafa, do you remember the list? He perks up and reminds me of what we need. An extra pound of goat meat, flowers, pepper. But didn't you forget something? His face crinkles. He is sure that he hasn't. Cheesecake. Go get it. He runs off to the refrigerator. At home, he wears his special apron as we cook my mother's famous malawai. He knows the recipe by heart and only needs help pouring the milk. I glance at the clock. It is 5:15 and neither of us are ready. I untie his apron, head upstairs and wipe the flour off your face. We don't want people thinking we kidnapped the little white boy. I add powdered sugar to the malawai and set it with the rest of the food. After finishing, I head upstairs to slip on my favorite abaya, a golden dress laced with jewels, just enough to blind my cousin Sahra's eyes. I open the closet and Mustafa jumps out. He is wearing my long skirt, jewelry hanging from his hand, and red lipstick smeared all over his face. Mustafa Abdelkader Aziz Adam, what are you doing? While giggling, he goes, Hoyo, I just want to be like you. You need to change before you come downstairs, okay? The following day, I tell my husband how my cousin Sahra made my blood boil and how she was nervous about her union. My husband laughs and says, we turned out fine. He has a point. Thinking he's in a better mood, I mention Mustafa's fashion show. His face looks like the life has been sucked out of him. Then anger. He says this sin is my fault. I baby him. Mustafa will be going with him to the men's side of the mosque. I catch a glimpse of Mustafa's face behind the stairs. That Friday, I hold Mustafa's hand tighter than usual. His small kufi on the center of his head. He looks just like his father. But his smile is replaced with tears. I remind him of all the little things we're still going to do. But my husband is tired of my baby. Omar gives Mustafa a signal, and I watch my son disappear. That night, all I hear is how Mustafa misbehaved. He broke the prayer line, my husband shouts. He is a child and you rushed him, I respond. You need to talk to him gently. Islam teaches you patience. So let's be patient with him. In a small way, his face alters. Let's go talk to him, I say. Mustafa, we need to talk to you. And before I can process anything, my husband screams, Qusum billah budilaya. I swear to God, I'm going to beat you. I see Mustafa kneeling in prayer, holding the Quran, wearing my long hijab. You raised him to be a woman, my husband shouts, and before I can respond, Omar rushes, knocking the hijab off the floor and the Quran. In that moment, I'm so overwhelmed with the images flashing before me. My baby crying, my husband red-faced and screaming about sin and Allah, and on the floor, my tattered hijab lying beside our most sacred book. I see Omar's hand rise, ready to strike as if he can beat the embarrassment out of my son. I feel my body rushing between them. My anger reaches enough! I pick up the Quran and show him. If you cared about Allah, you would have never tossed his words to the ground. This is about you and your pride, not about religion. I will never let you hurt my son. I see Omar leave the room, while two arms clutch the back of my leg. That Friday, me and Mustafa hold hand in hand as we walk to the masjid. Tafa is reunited with his friends. We missed you last week, Tafa. I'm no fool. I know this calm is fleeting and there will come a time where I can no longer protect Tafa from the men's side of the mosque, or even a world that is less understanding. But today, I can. And today, I will.
Thank you so much for that performance, Asha. Our final performance of the night will be a duo interpretation from graduating senior Lyric Davis and junior Andrea Amban.
Lyric is a business administration major and a minor in psychological sciences, while Andrea is double majoring in psychology and criminology.
These two women are both from Kansas, Missouri, and will be doing a dramatic performance of the controversial Sandra Bland.
Please help us welcome Lyric and Andrea.
The police say they found her hanging in her jail cell, and black folk everywhere erupted in grief. The voices calling her martyr carried her smiling picture as proof. They called it suicide, we called it murder. What if it was both?
Hi. Hello, ma'am. We're the Texas Highway Patrol, and the reason for your stop is because you failed to signal the lane change. Do you have a driver's license and registration with you? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. How long have you been in Texas? Just got here yesterday.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license?
Didn't I just give you my driver's license?
Okay, ma'am. This will just take a few minutes, all right?
When are you gonna let me go?
I don't know. You seem a little irritated.
I am. I really am. I feel like it's crap what I'm getting a ticket for. I was moving out of your way. You were speeding up, telling me. So I move over and you stop me.
So
There,
I'm a little irritated.
But that's not gonna stop you from giving me a ticket. So,
Are you done?
you asked me what was wrong. Now I told you. So, yeah. I'm done.
In her play, The Interrogation of Sandra Bland, playwright Moji Sola Adebayo's script is simple. A transcription of the video interaction between Sandra Bland and her arresting officer, with only one artistic request. The police officer should be played by one white man, and Sandra Bland should be played by 100 black women. She writes, there was no one like her, yet any of us could have been her. Sandra Bland is every black woman.
Through this performance, like Adebayo, we seek to amplify her voice, magnify her struggle, and provide a collective gesture of support and solidarity. Sandra was powerful and weak, brilliant and flawed, and we will showcase this dichotomy through varied performance choices. We know firsthand that the experiences of black womanhood may not always be easy, and aspects of this performance may be difficult to consume. But we find it necessary to not only demonstrate Sandra's reality, but that of every black woman.
So using the play, The Interrogation of Sandra Bland by Mojisola Adebayo, with excerpts from the poetry, Sandra Bland by Kai Davis, Nia Jones, and Jasmine Combs.
Not a program, but a spoken requiem.
A theatrical memorial to Sandra Bland.
And all whom she represents.
You mind putting out your cigarette for me, please? If you don't mind.
I'm in my car?
Why do I have to put out my cigarette?
Well, you can step out now.
I don't have to step out of my car. Step out of the car.
Why am I step out of the car?
I am giving you a lawful order. Step out of the car now, or I'm gonna yank you out of here.
Okay.
You're gonna yank me out of my car.
Okay. All right, 2547, requesting immediate backup.
Let's do this. What if they dragged her so hard against the pavement she didn't want to get back up?
What if they laid brick over brick until the Texas highway was a catacomb? The culmination of all her past lives caving in on her until weight was too much. Don't touch me! Get out of the car!
Don't touch me! Don't touch me. I am not under arrest. You don't have the right to take me out of my car. You are under arrest. I'm under arrest? For what? For what?
For what? 2547, send me another unit. Get out of the car.
Get out of the car now!
Why am I being apprehended? You're trying to give me a ticket for failure?
I will bite
You up! Get out!
now.
Wow. You're doing all this for a failure to signal? Right. Yeah, let's take this to court. Let's do this for a fucking failure to signal? My goodness. Y'all are interesting. Very interesting. You feeling good about yourself? Stand right here, turn around, put your hands behind your back. Why am I being arrested? There's a unique kind of sadness that comes with being despised without reason.
That comes when self-hate is a rational decision to make.
It isn't enough to be a strong black woman. Sometimes it is too much to carry the torch with our hands engulfed in flames. Are you fucking kidding me? Cause you know this is straight bullshit, and you're full of shit, full of straight shit. That's all y'all are, some straight scared cops. South Carolina got your bitch asses scared. That's all it is. Fucking scared of a female. Oh, I can't wait to go to court. Oh, I can't wait.
Do you want me to sit down now?
Or you gonna throw me to the ground?
Ah, yeah. That would make you feel better about yourself. Oppression can kill you from the inside out, break you until you are a body of casualties.
Strangle you until breath is a distant memory, until you too are a prison.
Knock it off!
You just slammed me. Does this make you feel real good, don't it? You're a real man now. We know what it is to be crushed, to have one foot in the grave, a trembling black woman with trauma stretching across generations. I've been crying for centuries. I cannot stop. I've wished death upon myself many times, but it was never my idea. Whether or not she tied the noose herself, she was lynched. If she broke or was broken, whether she jumped or was pushed. Stop! Someone put me on that cliff. Stand up! I can't.
Okay, roll over.
I can't even feel my fucking arms. Read this. This is warning. You started this shit. Now, do you have anything illegal on your person? This is a fucking maxi dress.
2547, send me the first available unit for arrest.
What if that night her voice was a 6'5"?
What if she laid down her arms and walked into the light before they could drag her? A final act of protest.
Some women die for a cause.
And some women just...
Thank you, Lyric and everything. I was so happy. Thank you guys for coming again. We're gonna bring all the performers to the stage to give them a full round of applause. In just a second, we'll play that. Oh, one day. Oh, here's all of our contestants, right?
Again, man, I just want to say thank you for everybody that helped put this performance together. Everybody on this stage has put in a lot of work to make this happen for you guys. So if we can just give it up one more time for everybody.
And we wanted to thank our coaches for helping us, our teammates for coming out. We couldn't have done this without y'all. These events are so important. These issues that we talk about every single day are issues that we fight for as activists. So I'm really proud of everybody who came out to support us and to support things that we truly care about. This is one of my favorite events. This is one of my last events at the studio. But it's okay.
I just wanted to say to all of the students that in forensics, thank you for coming out. A big part of why this is so important to us is just that it proves the collectivism of this campus and how minorities, people of color can come together and tell their stories. And I encourage everybody, I implore you to kind of take advantage. There's more than just the Greek life. There's places like BSA or BWOW or Midwestern and things like that where you have a safe haven here on this campus. And I just really thank everybody for coming and listening to our stories.
Thank you all for coming tonight. Have a great night, everybody.